Okay, so in this video I'm going to talk about how to make odor and how to prevent contamination so that you don't end up with odor everywhere and a very confused dog. So first you're going to want to get everything ready, get some Q-tips ready. You can cut these in half. You can also cut them down so that there's just the tip of these guys showing. Sometimes for certain scent vessels, it's nice to have just the cotton part showing. You're going to want to always use cotton Q-tips with the cardboard center. Never use plastic ones. I store my odor in this heavy-duty case thing because otherwise it would stink up my garage. No matter what you do, it's going to end up stinking. So better you do at getting it contained. So here I've got my birch. I also have cypress, clove, and anise in here. Also, you're going to want some tweezers. And then here I've got all of my oils. Okay, so when you store these guys, it's going to be important that, oh yeah, also I'm using gloves, and I always work on top of something. If you spill, it could be a disaster. So if I spill on this, it's not that big of a deal. But this is always going to be hot afterwards. So if I ran Iona in this room and she alerted on this, she would be correct, or if she alerted on these gloves. So I've got my birch right here. I have these coated somehow. Let's see here, that's birch. Okay, I've got my birch dropper. And so what I'm going to do now is open this guy up. Okay, so I just have a just a Q-tip square thing in there just to kind of catch any drips. And then these are already scented. So I'm just going to kind of show you how I would scent these. So basically I'll pop those in there. I picked like the wobbliest thing to put this on. Not the best option. Just going to be real careful with this. You're going to take, there's nothing in there. That's funny. Let's see, I think my birch is somewhere else. Where's my birch? I had to buy a big one of birch because I used so much of it. Here it is. Okay, birch. So this is where you want to be very careful. So I'll fill this guy up. And I'm going to put 2 drops right on the head of the Q-tip. 1, 2, and 1, 2. And that's it. And then I get the extra in there. And then I kind of use that square just to kind of squeeze out all the odor in there, or all the oil. Okay. Cover back on there. And you are safe. Now, anything that I touch with these gloves is going to be hot because I got oil on these gloves now. So if I smear this glove somewhere else, I mean, my dog will probably alert on it. So you just want to do this in an area that is probably pretty far away from where you usually search. Pop that in there, and I'm good to go. Okay. You're going to want to let that sit for 24 hours before you use it. Okay, but I've got some in here that I did already, so I'll just use one of those. So you're going to take your tweezers, grab one of those guys, pop it in there. I also have a magnet in there. Okay. And now you should be, let me put this away. Now you should be good to handle this tin without gloves, without much contamination now. So, you know, all the odor is hopefully on the inside of that and not on the outside. So you can handle this in your hands when we're doing the next lecture. You still can contaminate stuff with this, but it's much less likely because the Q-tip is hidden all the way in there. So that's how I make odor. Once something is hot, it's always going to be hot. Those Q-tips are always going to have odor on them. They will get less intense with time, and you might need to refresh them, but that's how it's done.